All right, guys, here we are for stage 4, rolling with ENVE. Everybody's on the 4.5 Pro. ENVE 4.5 Pros. It is one lap of Queens Highway after party. And after party means climb to the finish. This is a pitchy, hilly course. I am here against collective concern and my better judgment. Day 34 of races. My health tracking app gave me metrics that said I was okay to go today. I don't know if, okay boss, I'm not sure. Really not sure if the app got it right, but we'll find out soon enough. Smaller peloton here, 9 people, which can be more chaotic, not less than a bigger peloton. And here we go. Okay. Just get in there with these guys. Just want to be with the group. It's going to be twitchy for a bit. Everybody's nervous. Everybody feeling each other out. Okay. Oh. Yee. 5 more of those, and then I climb out to the finish. So woof. Woof on the start. I'm gonna gas it right around the corner, right here, and then come off. And that just slingshots us with some ease. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Just a little juice. There's that slingshot. There we go. All right. It's been tough. Whew. And around the corner. Okay. 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 $8K to go. Look at that, 14 watts a kilo behind me, 15. Hilarious. All right, well that's that. This guy's got 15 watts a kilo. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right. Wow. 15 watts a kilo, kids. You saw it first. Guy's out for a Sunday stroll. None of this is hurting him. It's like I said, guys, small pelotons way harder than big ones. Moves are more effective. People can just shake you at 15 watts a kilo. 15. Okay. Pushing. There he goes again. Oh God. 5K left. Recover. Okay, a couple pedal strokes here. Okay. 4K. This is hurting. Up and over. Okay. Good. Okay. Falling apart. Let's keep it together. God, that guy set up his move really well, huh? Tail gunning, 15 watts a kilo. No way I was gonna be able to hang with that. No way. Oh my God. Come on. Oh great. I got a draft. I'll use it in the peloton I'm in. $2K. 1.5K. Climbing out of here. Let's get some speed. Okay. Ouch. Look at the winners. So many watts per kilo. So many. Okay. Okay, that was 4 watts per kilo, 324 watts for 29:24 finish time. I also did 4 watts per kilo, 4.0 for 20 minutes, 4.3 for 5 minutes, 5.2 for a minute, 7.4 for 15 seconds. I mean, I keep gravitating towards 4 watts a kilo when I'm tired. It's like the best I can do. I need tired to be 4.2, 4.3, and then I should be able to draft better. But like, when that dude went at 15 watts per kilogram, what was I supposed to do? Other than be like, Godspeed. Good luck. So, yeah, I screwed up. I shouldn't have let the gap happen in front of me because the stronger rider played the gap. I should have pushed a little bit more at the top of that downhill, not let the rider ahead get a few second gap, and then I might have been able to hang in there for one more lap without those guys absolutely hammering for the last lap and a half on the highway, and who knows what they did climbing out. I'll bet it was awesome. Oh, did what I could. Once I fell off the back, defended third place pretty well. I think I lost 7 seconds maybe when I was soloing. I had like 45 seconds, got down to like 37. Oh, I guess it got down to like 30. I don't know what it was at the finish. So I lost about 13 seconds solo versus just drafting in the group. That's decent, especially if the rider behind me was really pacing and was a strong rider and just didn't want to play the games of the front group. So I'm telling you guys, those small pelotons, so dangerous. And you saw it firsthand. You saw me get away with 2 other guys within the first lap, right? So that was stage 1 of everything. Stage 2 was me getting dropped because I opened up a gap and the guy behind me cooked it downhill, 15 watts per kg, which means all the work that was being done up until that point was not work for that guy. He was just having a grand old time. Grand old time, which is gnarly. So wild to think about. So I did what I could for as many laps as I could in terms of hanging on. And then I did what I could solo. Still salvaged 4 watts a kilo today, which is a massive improvement on yesterday and on race 3 of Sunday. Today is Tuesday. I didn't race this yesterday because I just felt I wasn't ready for it. I don't even think I was ready for it today. But yesterday I did 2 laps of sand and sequoias. Had a great lap, singular, of sand and sequoias. And then I got dropped in the desert on the flat during an attack. So the legs just weren't there. But I recovered the best I could, ate a lot, hydrated, went to bed about an hour earlier than I usually do, which took a lot of discipline because it was Monday Night Football. And shortly after the half, I was like, I would love to just sit here and watch the rest of this, but I gotta go to sleep. So I turned off the television, got myself into bed, and no surprise, I fell right to sleep. Woke up this morning, my health monitoring app told me all of my metrics were in line. I had recovered 70+%. I had a good night's sleep, and I was ready to go today. So, as I said at the beginning, against all of your concern and against my best judgments, I went ahead and sent it today. And you know what? I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. That was a sufferfest to hang on. That was a sufferfest solo. I'm happy to come out of there at 4 watts a kilo on day 34 of racing. 34 straight days. Some days are better than others, and I'm finding it harder and harder to predict which days are going to be which. But guys, just be aware of that. Like, don't be afraid of bigger pelotons within reason. Like, I think it gets very washing machine and chaotic when you have a peloton of 50 plus, 40 plus. But if it's like 30 and under, 20 and under, that's a great peloton to get lost in. Plenty of wheels, great rubber band tactics. When it all stretches out, you know that you just have to get up to the speed and then let the rubber band retract. You don't have to work any harder than that. Just don't lose the wheel in front of you, and that rubber band comes back together. But I'm telling you, pelotons of 10 and less, pelotons that get whittled down to 3 riders in the first lap and a half, you can expect it's gonna be tough. What, you know, if you were to ask Clubber Lane what his prediction would be for today's Zwift race, I'm pretty sure he would have looked you dead in the camera and just said, pain. And it was painful. Mr. T, Clubber Lane, was right. He predicted right. Okay, well, that's a short one. high intensity short one. I usually recover pretty well after high intensity short ones. And short for Zwift, I mean, 19 kilometers is like still a very big effort on Zwift, but 40 plus is a very big effort on Zwift because you just never stop pedaling. It's just not like the outdoors. You can't coast through the corners, gotta pedal those. You can't coast the downhill, you gotta pedal those. Just pedal, 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 pedal. But man, is this good medicine for when you do get outside. It's awesome. You know what, let's leave this event. There we go, and before we go too far downhill, let's U-turn. There we go. I don't want to climb that super steep hill for my warm down. In fact, if I just pedal up this and coast down the next hill, I'll probably get a good warm down. Legs will be all spun out, heart rate will be back down. Heart rate's still high, still elevated after that effort. Really want it to start coming back down to 110, 100, 90, etc. Then we'll know we've gotten a decent warm down. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. As I've been saying, the subscriber count is blowing my mind. We're like working our way towards 500 subscribers. There's like 460 something. It's awesome. I'm very humbled and appreciate the fact that you guys are tuning in, watching, and commenting. Comments are great. The comments on all the videos they're humorous, they're informative, they're fun, they are constructive criticism. I accept that. There's been a lot of that lately, asking me why I do certain things or suggesting that I should do certain things. And I take all that stuff seriously. There's nobody from novice to pro that has it all figured out. Maybe Poggi, but even then, probably still more to learn there. In fact, I would say when you're on the edge of things and you're the guy reaching into the abyss where no one else has ever been, you probably have the most to learn and also the most to offer in terms of insight. Because you are walking a fine line that nobody else has been on. Just reaching out into the void, feeling around for what's next. That's got to be a pretty wild feeling. Anyway, getting super philosophical at this point. Surprised I can even string a few sentences together. I got about 2 brain cells in my brain right now that are doing anything other than pedaling. But those 2 brain cells are holding hands. And so I'm able to speak. Barely. All right, it is just warm down time for me. I am so glad that my body held up for that one. And I think it did hold up. I mean, it didn't hold up to hold on to the wheels of the 2 guys ahead of me, but once I did fall off the back, or once I got thrown off the back, let's call it what it is. Once I was thrown off the back of those 2 guys, I think I held it together pretty well and climbed decently up the up sections and stayed pretty efficient on the down sections, and just managed the distance that I had and the time that I had for 4th place behind me and secured that 3rd place finish. So all in all, pretty good day. Just gonna warm down, see how we feel tomorrow. I am way more optimistic today about racing tomorrow than I was yesterday about racing today. And I managed it today. So who knows? Maybe if I just really hit that recovery today, we will be in an even better spot tomorrow. See, those 2 brain cells, they let go for a second. Okay, they're holding hands again. Here we go. All right, what am I, 40 minutes in to this race ride? I'm just gonna spin out the legs for now. Just gonna spin them out until they feel like they've loosened up, and I gotta get that heart rate down to 100 or under 100, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. Maybe you'll see me tomorrow. Who knows? But for now, that's all from me.